Hi, my name is Betty, and if you're new here, I am traveling in my minivan, seeking out the beautiful places that our country has to offer. Today we will be traveling the Beartooth Highway, which is considered to be one of the most scenic byways in the country. It links the cities of Red Lodge, Montana and Cook City, Montana. The road itself crisscrosses between Montana and Wyoming. The Beartooth Highway was built in the early 1930s and was completed in 1936. I will only be sharing small snippets with you, but I highly recommend this drive if you get the chance. We are coming up on Vista Point, which overlooks Rock Creek Canyon. Here we are overlooking the Twin Lakes. The area just to the west is the summertime-only Beartooth Basin ski area. The weather here is beginning to get quite stormy. This overlooks Gardner Lake. This is the summit of the Beartooth Highway at 10,947 feet. At this point, the weather was getting really bad, so I decided not to hang around. I felt really sorry for those bikers. It had to be miserable. At this point, it started hailing, and I figured it was time to get my GoPro off the roof. At first, you couldn't see much going down the mountain, but then things did start to clear up a little bit.
The Beartooth Mountains are part of the greater Yellowstone ecosystem. You may have heard the term, but may not quite be sure what that
I had planned to try and find a campsite not too far down from the summit, and so with the bad weather, I just thought I'd start looking. I decided to check out a place called Island Lake. When I got there, there was one couple setting up a camp. All the sections were blocked off, and there was only one campsite that wasn't blocked off. So I decided to grab it quick. So this is the view from my campsite. It's quite lovely. I found out that the campsite didn't officially open until the 4th of July weekend, so I was able to stay there for free. This is a very, very, very lovely campsite. The rest of the day was quiet for me. I was catching up on some much needed rest. Early the next morning, I could see stars in the sky, and it was only partly cloudy. I decided to head back up just past the summit where it started storming yesterday. That little tiny peak that you can barely see in the middle is what is known as Beartooth Peak. I came back to the summit, but as you can see, there's an awful lot of haze this early in the morning. I started heading back down the mountains, And on this section, there are so many alpine lakes and waterfalls, and it's just so beautiful. I only stopped for some of them. Coming up is Beartooth Lake and Beartooth Butte, which is unique in this area. These falls are known as Lake Creek Falls. A short hike takes you to a bridge from the original construction of the highway. Okay, this is supposedly a little trail to Crazy Creek Falls. Oh my goodness. This is a lot of water. In mid-June, there is an awful lot of water. By fall, it's supposed to be barely little more than a trickle. As we near Yellowstone, Pilot Peak and Index Peak become very prominent in the skyline. And finally, we reached Cook City, which is the official end of the Beartooth Highway.